Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. If you are new here, my name is Leanne and I am passionate about beauty. So if you are curious about makeup, hair, tanning, skincare, all of those things, then I would really love to have you. So don't forget to subscribe. This is my Sephora try-on haul video, but I've also added in other things that I've purchased recently that I've just been saving up to try on camera. I purchased a couple things from the Ulta Beauty sale. Charlotte Tilbury had a sale. I took advantage of that. Got a few things that I've always wanted to try from the website. And then ColourPop re-released the Honey Pot lip scrub and lip mask duo that I've wanted for a long time. I've missed it. Every time it's like restocked, I've missed it. So I went ahead and got that and a couple other things from ColourPop. A couple new releases. And also a couple things from QVC and a couple things from Nakia Joy Cosmetics. So a lot of places around the time that Sephora does their sale, you'll have Easter sales. Just every brand tries to compete. I think I'm going to go ahead and let you know that this will be probably one of the last new makeup videos that you'll see for quite a while, because I just feel like my collection is complete. I don't feel the need to necessarily purchase new. I want to use what I have in my collection and show you more content focused around using what you have and making the best of what you already own, because as you will see in today's video, sometimes new doesn't always mean good or the best. I want to focus more on saving you money and showing you my techniques on how to make a beautiful look. I'm going to show you everything that I purchased, go over every item. I was not able to use every item in this video because, hint, hint, I bought a little too much. We will use those coming up soon in new videos, but that is what today's video is going to be. If you do not care, please like and subscribe, comment, do all the things for YouTube to help my videos, pop up in everyone's algorithm. I would love to keep creating content. I think it's super fun. I enjoy it, and I hope you all do too. Let's go ahead and get into today's video. Okay, guys, we're going to do my Sephora haul / Nakia Joy Cosmetics / Charlotte Tilbury / ColourPop / QVC / everything. We're going to do my collective binge shopping, all the sales, try on haul. What I'm going to do is I am going to show you everything that I picked up during all of the sales. So I'm just going to go ahead and go through everything that I purchased, and I'm going to try to do a full face of all new products. First thing I want to show you guys is I placed an order from Nakia Joy Cosmetics. She was having her Easter sale. Her powder is one of my favorite powders I've ever tried. So I wanted to get a restock on that, and then I just picked up a couple extra things to get free shipping. So I picked up 2 of her lashes. They're in the style Lauren. They look very natural and wispy, and I like how the band is very thin. I don't like a thick eyelash band. Another thing I picked up that was just kind of on a whim is the Nakia Joy Perfecting Sponge. So I have a couple of her black sponges that are the same. They feel exactly the same. This one is more of like a burgundy wine color, and the only difference is this has like a flat bottom to where you can sit it on your desk, and I really like that. And it's super squishy and soft. I also, of course, picked up the Velvet Finishing Powder. This is the whole reason I placed an order, because mine is almost gone. Now, I do not think I will use this today because I have another powder to show you or two. So, but I just wanted to go ahead and show you my Nakia Joy order, because I was able to get a really good deal. Her finishing powder, if you've never tried this, it is perfect for oily skin. It has a beautiful natural vanilla scent, but it does come in unscented now. Moving on, I placed a very small order on QVC because they came out with the Tarte Face Tape Pressed Powder, and I got it in the shade 29N, Light Medium Neutral. This is what the packaging looks like. And all of these new products, you guys, I'm so proud of myself. I have not tried any of them. I wanted to wait and do a first impression try on haul, so that's what we're going to do today. This is what the packaging looks like. It's very pretty. It has a nice mirror, and it came with a little cheap puff, and we may use this today as a finishing powder. It also came with a brush. You know how QVC, anytime you buy a Tarte product that is like a new release. They release it with a brush. Holographic. It's so pretty. It's purple. Oh, but it's very dense, which I guess for powder you would want it to be if you're going to wear it like a powder foundation, I would suppose. But anyway, this is the brush. It's very, very pretty. It's heavy. It's weighted. And we may use it. We may not. I don't know. And then the last thing that I picked up from QVC is the Sigma Spectrum Color Correcting Duo in the shade Light Medium. And I've wanted this for a very long time. I've never gotten to the point where I felt like I absolutely need a color corrector. But I have seen people use this one specifically, and another one that I'm getting ready to show you soon. And it just looks like it makes such a difference. And I've been dying to feel it. I'm afraid it might be a little light, but I feel like this one will work. Again, here it is swatched on my hand. I just put self-tanner on, so I look a lot darker than I will once I wash it off. But anyways, I chose light to medium, and we will put this to the test here in just a few. Now, just 3 items that I purchased from the Ulta, formerly known as the 21 Days of Beauty. I don't know why they changed it. The Anastasia Beverly Hills Magic Touch Concealer. I got it in the shade 6. I like this concealer, but the shade 4 is a little too light. So I went with shade 6, thinking that I could mix the two. But from what I see, this might be perfect on its own. But I really want to mix 4 in to get use out of it. So we'll see. This is very peachy. I can mix in 4, which is very neutral. And you see, I barely put any on. This concealer is phenomenal. It stretches such a long way. Has really good coverage. I really enjoy it. So I've been wanting to get that for a long time, and they were offering it for 50% off. So that was the perfect time to get it, is 50% off. Also, the Clinique High Impact Hi-Fi Full Volume Mascara. I have wanted to try this for a very long time. A few YouTubers I watch swear by this. Packaging on this is just stunning. Look at this. So pretty. And then I've already shown you this, but this is the other thing that I picked up from the 21 Days of Beauty, or whatever it's called. The KVD Good Apple Full Coverage Serum Foundation. I got it in the shade Medium 048. And this I will not be using today because I have another one coming to show you. But again, that is what I purchased during the Ulta sale. ColourPop sent me an email saying that they had restocked this, and I just had to get it. I've wanted it. I'm pretty sure that they released it and then restocked it 2 more times. It's the Winnie the Pooh collection from Fourth Ray Beauty Honey Pot Lip Scrub and Mask Duo. So you get this cute little set with a lip mask and a lip scrub. Wait till you all see this. Comes with these teeny little honeycombs to get the product out. It's so cute. They released 2 new lip products, the Plumping Lip Liner and the Plumping Gloss Balm. So I got the So Juicy Plumping Lip Liner in the shade Westwood. This is what the packaging looks like. And then I got the Plumping Gloss Balm in the shade Dough, which is like a very neutral brown. I'm going to go ahead and show you these because I don't know if I'm going to use them in today's video. I have some other lip products that I'm antsy to try, but this is what the So Juicy Plumping Lip Balm looks like. It's kind of like the Click Up Sticks from Tarte, and very pretty. It's just a neutral brown shade. Packaging's nice. And then the lip liner in Westwood is like a neutral pinky brown that I thought would go pretty good with that. And it will probably go good with a lot of other lip products. The ColourPop Luxe Gloss in the shade Rebel Rebel. And I only purchased this because it was on sale. And it was like once you go to your cart, it says, hey, do you want to see these other sale items? And I'm like, sure. Why not? This has a little shimmer to it, and it is very nudie brown to kind of match the theme of those 2 products. And so I thought it might add a little bit more shine if need be. So we will definitely try that out soon. And lastly, this is the newest eyeshadow palette launch from ColourPop. It is called So Elemental. This is very cool toned denim blue. And this is like for a special occasion, like a special moment when I will want to wear these shades. So and I definitely wanted to have it in my collection for a lot of these shades, but I don't think that's the vibe for today going to work. But I definitely wanted to show you this. I'm happy to have this in my collection because I needed this. This is something I did not have. I placed a Charlotte Tilbury order and I got the PillowTalk Push-Up Lashes. This is the mascara that I've wanted to try for a really long time. So this is what I will probably use in today's video. It's what she looks like. It's very heavy. Of course, it's nice packaging because it's Charlotte Tilbury. As you can see, like the before and after on the carton looks phenomenal. I also purchased the Super Nudes Kissing Formula. It is in the shade Runway Royalty. The packaging is Charlotte Tilbury, of course, top notch. Oh, wow. Very pretty nude shade. It's a little deeper than I thought it was, but on the lips, it might translate a little different. Also picked up her lip cheat in this shade Icon Baby, which I'm pretty sure is a new shade. This is what this looks like. Well, that was like the hardest thing to open in my whole life. Getting the lid off of this, I had to pry it off with my tweezers. Ridiculous. But anyways, this is the shade Icon Baby, and I feel like it is a beautiful pinky brown. Can't wait to try that out. The last thing that I purchased from Charlotte Tilbury is the Hollywood Contour Wand in the shade Light Medium, or I'm sorry, Fair Medium. I've wanted this for such a long time, and I just decided to get it because I had a discount. This is what the packaging looks like. I'm sure you've seen it 100 times by now, but I can't wait to try that out and see if it is any different or any better than the contour wands I've already purchased and used before. But they also gave a free gift, the Charlotte's Magic Cream, the Magic Body Cream, and the little mini of her setting spray, which I'm getting kind of low on her setting spray, so I was kind of intrigued to get this little guy for free. So you get a free little magic cream for your body. Charlotte's Magic Cream in a tiny little deluxe sample because this stuff is super expensive. That is what I picked up from Charlotte Tilbury on sale. And let's go ahead and get into my big Sephora haul. All right, we're going to start off strong, and I'm just going to jump right into my most recent purchase. This is the last order I placed online, and I just talked myself right into it because I was watching a video on YouTube of a girl that has loved this product for years and has recommended it, and I've wanted it, but it's so expensive. And I talked myself out of it because I already own so many primers that I thought there's no point in buying another one. I know I love this product. I've tried it as a sample, and if I buy it, I'm just going to want to use it all the time, and I won't use my other products. Well, she was talking about how there have been changes with this brand, and a lot of things are getting discontinued or reformulated. So I went onto the website and I could not find it, not at all. So the fact that Sephora still had it and it's 20% off, I went ahead and picked up the Tom Ford Traceless Soft Matte Primer. Guys, this is a $90 primer. But I'm telling you, the packaging, you twist, that is how the primer comes out. That becomes a pump once you twist it. This is the best primer I've ever used in my whole life. And I've already had a talk with my inner self, and I'm like, listen, you can use it in rotation, use it for special occasions. You're going to get your use out of it. You're still going to use your other primers. It's okay. Get it before you're no longer able to. So I did. Go ahead and show you the next newest thing that I purchased. This came out in the middle of the sale. I had already placed one order, but when they launched this, I knew I had to have it. The Hourglass Vanish Airbrushed Press Powder. And I got mine in the shade Translucent Medium. This packaging is stunning. It's Hourglass, come on. But it's like the Patrick Ta where you get fingerprints all over it. It comes with a very fancy little hourglass puff. Trying not to glare here, but here is the powder. And the packaging is so shiny that when you take the puff out, that's almost a mirror itself. It is the shade Translucent Medium. It's still very light. Another new release is the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil Melting, Bronzing, and Sculpting Stick. I got mine in the shade Chocolate Soufflé, which I believe Chocolate Mousse is the lightest shade. Here is what the packaging looks like. And I haven't made up my mind if I'm going to use the Charlotte Tilbury Contour Wand or this product yet. I'm dying to try this one. The Charlotte Tilbury one is not new, so I might use this today. And another new product is the Urban Decay Face Bond Waterproof Foundation, up to 24-hour wear. It says can't feel coverage, and it's supposed to be a self-setting foundation with water, sweat, and humidity proof, smudge and transfer resistant, no power needed wear. Okay, can't feel coverage, lightweight, medium buildable coverage. I cannot wait to try this out. I got it in the shade 16, light, medium, cool. I did have a hard time picking a shade, and I hope this one works for me. I feel like it will, especially now where I just freshly self-tanned, but we will see. I'm definitely going to try this out today. That's what the packaging looks like. It's just, you squeeze it out. Another new thing for me is the Haus Labs PhD Hybrid Lip Glaze. I got it in the shade Praline. Did get quite a few lip products. I couldn't help myself. This is what the packaging looks like. It's like a frosted glass, and then you've got your applicator there. And it is like a chocolatey brown shade. Another one is the Cali Ray Hideaway Brightening Under Eye Color Corrector / Concealer. I got it in the shade Golden Hour. I cannot wait to try this. Very pretty weighted packaging. And like I said earlier, I'm starting to wonder if I need to incorporate color correctors. So that's why I purchased a couple. You've got one, the Sigma, in like the pot, and then this one's more of like a serum. This next thing is Ole Henriksen Pout Preserve Peptide Lip Treatment in the shade Strawberry Sorbet. This has been in so many recommendation videos. People are saying this is like the best new lip product. So I cannot wait to try this out. The Makeup Forever Aqua Resist Color Pencil. I got it in the shade Ebony, which is like a black brown shade. I've heard that this is the best eyeliner. Does not transfer in the waterline, so I cannot wait to try this out. The rest are repurchases and then a few samples. I got the Always an Optimist eye primer from Rare Beauty. This is a backup. So what I did is I went ahead and used the one I already have open that's almost gone. You can't really tell, but you can see there's some scrape marks. I'm getting low on it, so I went ahead and primed my eyes. And I also got the Benefit Precisely My Brow Duo, which comes with a free mini in 3.5. I'm always going to purchase the Benefit pencil if I can get a good deal on it, because it's what I use every day. So I got this. I went ahead and used it in my brows, but I did want to show you that. And one more restock is the Huda Beauty Easy Bake Loose Baking and Setting Powder in the shade Pound Cake. This is what the packaging looks like, and mine is getting super duper low. So it was time to order a restock. And I'm not sure what all powders I'm going to use in this video, but we do have quite a few to choose from. And I just wanted to show you a couple of the samples that I picked up. I got this with my 100 points. It's the Bumble and Bumble Heat Shield Thermal Protective Spray and the Invisible Primer Oil, which is one of my favorite products. These are actually my two favorite products from the brand. And I'm almost out of mine, so it was time for a backup. The Amika Bust Your Brass Cool Blonde Repair Shampoo. This was a little sample. And then the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Serum Sisters. You get the Yummy Skin Glow Serum, and then you get to try the Yummy Skin Tint, the Serum Skin Tint. And then I got a small little sample of the Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue Fragrance, which is my favorite from Dolce & Gabbana. And Juliet Has a Gun Magnolia Bliss. So those are the samples that I picked up with these orders. The only thing I did not purchase during the sale was blush. Picked up a couple of my newer ones, and I put them out. I've got the Haus Labs in Fire Moon, the Too Faced in Head in the Clouds, and then the Charlotte Tilbury Matte Blush Wand, just as a few options that I could use for today's look. once I create an eye look, then I'll kind of know more about what color blush to use. All right, so let's go ahead and get started on an eye look. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use the Born This Way Cold Smolder Nudes, the mini eyeshadow palette, because this is something that is new from Too Faced and it's available at Sephora. I've already used it once, but I think what I want to do today is use this palette, but also my Make Beauty Multi-Chromatic Metal Reflecting Eyeshadow in the shade Gleam. I think I might use this and do like a one and done, but I'm only going to use maybe a little bit of this for transition. I'm going to start with this light shade to see if that even builds up any color in my crease or not, and then go from there. But like I said, I've already used the Rare Beauty eye primer and I set it down with some pressed powder. It's basically my skin tone. So we're going to add the center shade, which is Driftwood. Yes, we're going to add some Driftwood on the 212. Now, this palette is very beautiful, but there is a lot of kick up. So be very careful with it. But I'm just going to add Driftwood out here into my crease and blend it inwards. But I just want a little bit of this down. And I can be kind of sloppy with it because we're going to add the Make Beauty on top. But I just want to see if this will help it. Give it a little bit extra something. Is the BK Beauty 203 brush. It's kind of like a fluffy shader brush. I'm going to pick some of this up. I'm not going to use any setting spray or anything like that. We're just going to see what this is made of on its own. It's gorgeous already, I can tell. And you can use a brush with these, or you can use your finger, they say. I'm just going to try to use a brush today. I always use my finger for shimmer shades. I want to try just using a brush. But the selling point of this whole eyeshadow is that it's basically like a one and done formula, or one and done product, I should say. Of course, I did add a little bit of something to my crease, but that's still a very simple, super beautiful eye look already. And I love this brush for this because I can use it to lay the product down, but then I can turn it and use it to blend. It's gorgeous. Like, once I add eyeliner and smoke out a little wing, it's going to be gorgeous, you guys. Could have just used my bronzer in my crease, really, with this. I think I'm going to leave that there. It looks so pretty. I could add a little bit of the light shimmer in here on top. Let's start in the inner corner and see what that looks like. Because I like a lighter inner corner. And just blend that in. It just makes it pop. And I'm going to take a little bit of that Moonstone shade right in the center of my lid. Just to give a little bit more light reflecting sparkle right in the center. Gorgeous. Done. Perfect, lovely, easy eye look. And we will smoke out liner and do mascara and it'll be so pretty. I'm so happy with that and how easy. So I'm going to do the same thing on the other eye and I'll come right back. So I was just opening my Makeup Forever Aqua Resist color pencil. Does anyone else have terrible luck when it comes to eyeliners? Like, I opened it and there's nothing there. I don't know if it's stuck in the cap or what, but I'm going to have to sharpen it, and I don't know. I just wonder if anybody else is like that. But I feel like every time I get a new eyeliner, it takes forever to get it going, and then I feel like I've went through so much product. Is that just me, or is that a common thing? So this pencil, I don't know if you all can see that, but it's like junk. I'm going to have to be very careful while it's like wiggling around. Oh my God. I'm going to try to use it, but I don't know how well this is going to work. This is like the luck I have with eyeliners, and this is not cheap. Okay, that's enough of the eyeliner, the BK Beauty 208 brush for this. What I'll do is I will just come right back since this is nothing new. You all know how I do this. I just take the brush and kind of smudge out a little wing. So I'll be right back. I didn't want to do too much because I want the mascara to really show up. But what I'm going to do really quick, I do have a little bit of my Tatcha lip mask on that I put on earlier. So I'm going to wipe that off and we're going to use these little honey pots from ColourPop. You get this tiny little honeycomb thing, and this is the lip scrub. We're going to use a little of the lip scrub. Just so I can give you my thoughts on it because I've wanted to forever. It definitely smells like honey. Like real honey. And you just exfoliate your lips. Taste the honey on my lips. It's very sweet. Now we're going to use the lip mask. Get just a little bit of that out. Feels really nice. And I like the way it feels after exfoliating your lips. You can really feel, once you put the mask on, you can feel it hydrating. Nice! Before I go on to mascara, I always like to go ahead and use my face primer. And of course, the only primer that I bought is the Tom Ford. So this, I cannot wait. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait to show you. It's just a very soft mattifying primer. So we're going to take a little bit and see if you can see it blur my pores right here. It's very soft. It's not the most blurring primer I've ever used by any means, but the way it feels on the skin and the way my makeup lays on top of it, it's just so nice. It tames down the shine. It gives you a nice soft matte look, and I'm using the teeniest amount. Just kind of smooth it all over and then like press it into your pores, and you will have a nice soft matte complexion once it dries down. With, without. So nice. I curled my lashes earlier. I always like to curl mine before I even start my makeup. I'll use a blow dryer to heat up my lash curler, and that'll give them a good amount of curl already. So you can see here how they're already very lifted and curled. So we're already giving this an advantage. It's like here are bristles and then it's kind of flat. And then you turn it and there's more bristles on this side and then flat again. So we're going to use this flat side to like put the product down and give it a good lift and coat. Okay. And then I'm going to turn it. I'll use the bristles to kind of comb through. So far, so good. It's not a super wet formula. It's actually a little bit on the drier side, but it's good. So that's what I usually do, is do like one full coat, and then I'll take my tweezers and kind of move them around. So let me do that, and then I'll do the other eye, and we'll come back and try this new foundation that I'm so excited to try. Okay, we'll see how I feel about that mascara after it dries and I'm able to recurl it. But as of right now, I feel like this eye, it's kind of weighing it down a little bit. Not too bad. Like I said, we'll see once I recurl it. It might just be that it takes a little bit of a learning curve to figure it out, but I don't think it's bad. I don't think it's a bad mascara. I moved the light a little bit to try to give you more of like my natural color. Of course, I told you all I just freshly self-tanned, so I look very dark from here on down. That's typical for me. I don't put self-tanner on my face, so I try to match my foundations to my body. And I don't think that I've seen anybody apply this foundation yet with the IT Cosmetics Heavenly Luxe, so that's what I'm going to do. And then we can also use the sponge if needed, but we're going to start with that. So I'm going to squeeze some of this product in the palm of my hand. We're going to start with one side of my face here and blend. Let me not get it in my hair. And blend it out with this brush. So this says buildable medium coverage. I've seen mixed reviews on it. I've seen people say that it's really, really good. I've seen people say that it emphasizes their texture and that it's heavy, hard to blend out. So far, I would say it's blending pretty easily with this brush. And it's providing really good coverage, smoothing everything out. It's a pretty good shade for me. Like I said, I just put my bronzing mousse on, so after a while I'll be able to wash it off and I won't be this incredibly dark. Let's do my chin here. I would say whatever I just squeezed out was almost enough to do my full face, but I need a little bit more for my forehead. And that's the thing with this squeezy tube. It's like you're going to get a precise amount of however much you need and not waste any. But also, I can't tell you how much I'm using. So just keep that in mind. I would say it's pretty typical to other foundations. I'm probably using like 1.5 pumps for my full face. And I always just do one layer with this brush. And then if I need to add more coverage or smooth it out or finish blending, I will use the sponge. Take a close look. I'm not adding any other product. So far, I'm kind of noticing what the girl said about texture. We'll see once it dries down completely, but I feel like it's kind of accentuating or highlighting the texture on my face almost. So I'm taking a little bit more product through here, through my brows, because I kind of have to get close to them. And you saw how smooth and blurred my face was with that primer. So we know if there's any issues with texture, it's more than likely the foundation. I love this sponge. It's so nice. It's just lightly, lightly damp. So right along my texture, it's like sitting on top of it and kind of highlighting it almost. Let me take my Stands Out sponge and see if I can press it in any further. It looks like I have craters on my face, and I have texture, but usually that primer will smooth out my texture, and then with whatever I put on top, it'll look airbrushed and like perfected. What I'll do is I'll try it again on a hydrating primer and see if it does better like that, or maybe even without a primer and see how it performs. But it definitely did not do anything for my texture at all. What I want to do is I'm going to use the Sigma on this eye, and I'll use the Cali Ray on this eye and see if there's any difference. Rose and Ben C31 brush, and I'm going to go into the deepest shade first, right here, and we'll try to color correct some of my purple under my eye. And it's definitely brightening. I mean, it's color correcting as well, but it's very bright. And that's just with the darkest shade. I didn't even use the lightest shade. I'll use a tiny bit of the lightest shade just because I'll use it more in here. Okay, we're just going to leave that be. I don't want to use too much product. And I'm going to use the same brush with the Cali Ray in Golden Hour. The Hideaway Corrector Serum Concealer. So let's take some of this over here. We'll just do that much and see what we get with that. So the Cali Ray is nice and smooth. I only used 3 little dots and it provided nice coverage. Same with the Sigma. Both are nice and radiant and smooth. I do enjoy them both. Happy to report we have some good products finally. For the bronzing stick, I'm going to use the Makeup by Mario F4 brush. And what do I want to do? Do I want to draw it directly on? Why not? Let's try it because everybody said how creamy it is. Yes, it's very, very creamy. They were not kidding. So let's just put a little bit of this on, tap it in. I'm going to try to keep it up high. I don't want to go down too low because it might double as a contour. Let's see. It's giving nice definition. I like it. Blending right into the skin. Yes, I do like this product and it's so creamy. Like as soon as you touch it on your skin, it just melts. Very nice product. I've seen people say it does smell like Tootsie Rolls, but I can still smell a little bit of orange. So a lot of people are saying it smells like oranges and chocolate, and then some people are smelling Tootsie Roll. I can smell both. So now I'm going to take a little bit on the brush. Just swipe the brush like this and see how that works. Okay, that definitely gives you pigment as well. So either way, you can put it right on your skin and get lots of product, or you can just build it with the brush. However you want to do it. Yeah, it's very, very creamy. So that's all I'm going to need because I'll be able to blend it down my nose, a little down here. Be very careful when applying that product. It is very creamy. So let's use my little e.l.f. nose contour brush to kind of blend that down. As you can see, it's easy to spread. Got a little bit more on this side. So take a little product over here and kind of just move it around and spread it around. Now I'm going to flip my brush around and kind of buff it out. Beautiful. I'll just take the stands out and press that in a little bit. Let me show you the difference between 6 and 4 in the ABH. So this is shade 6. I'm just going to do a little bit right here. Out here. It's very, very pigmented and blendable. All the things you want in a concealer and coverage. Yes, this has a lot of it. Take a little bit down here. All right. This is again shade 6. On its own, I think will work good for me. This is shade 4. This is like the most neutral light shade. So I'm just adding a small amount of that. Very small amount. Maybe to the tip of my nose. Yeah, shade 4 is very, very neutral. If you need a neutral undertone concealer, this is it. I'm going to use my A506 from BK Beauty to blend this out. It's one of my favorite concealer brushes. What I'll do is I'll start down here and kind of blend this out. And just kind of clean up where I brought that bronzer down a little too far. And I'm going to use the sponge to spread it and pat that in. And you can see how nicely that blended and cleaned up the bronzer that I brought down too far. I will say the corrector on this side, the Sigma, was starting to crease a little bit, but we'll just kind of pat that back down with the concealer, and hopefully it won't cause us any issues later. But yeah, this concealer goes a long way. And I've never tried it over top of a corrector before, so what I'll do is I'll add my liquid blush as this is drying. I did not notice any creasing over here on the Cali Ray side yet, like the Sigma. But that's just a little note, a little side note. Now I'm going to take my Real Technique sponge and just press all this in. Let it dry a little bit and move on to some blush. Let's use the Charlotte Tilbury Matte Blush Wand in the shade PillowTalk. Squeeze it and it comes to the top. We will apply some and I'll blend it with this side of the Makeup Mario F4 brush. This is like the first day that I've done makeup where I have not used the Patrick Ta in not too much. It's like my new favorite blush. I feel like it goes with everything. Picking up whatever is left on the sponge with the brush and just applying a little bit more. I like that this is a buildable formula. And I don't know. I do like this. I really do. I don't know if it's worth the price when you can get a Patrick Ta duo for roughly the same. So that I'm not 100% on. But anyway, that is good. We'll leave that there because we're going to add more blush with the powder blush. But I always like to just take whatever's left on the sponge and make sure it's good and dry before I put the cap on. And always make sure you close it. But there we built it up a little bit of blush on the cheek. I'm going to use a little bit of setting spray to lock down all the creams before I powder. So what I'll do is I'll use the Cali Ray Surf Proof Setting Spray. This is the little mini. I'll use a little bit of this to lock in the creams. I'm going to use my Uoma Beauty to set my under eyes because that's just my favorite powder to set my under eyes with. I just want to set them lightly. I like to take a little bit of the Uoma Beauty powder on the puff, but first I like to go through and reset everything down with the sponge and make sure there's no creasing. So now I'm going to take my puff and hopefully set to where we don't have very much creasing. Going back and forth, looking all different angles and setting it all down. So that is the Uoma Beauty powder that I just can't not use on my under eyes. I've got all these other powder options, but they're more for my face. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set the rest of my face with the Huda Beauty powder, and we'll use the Hourglass powder as our finishing powder. And then on another day, when I try out all these other products, I'll use the Tarte. I kind of want to use the Tarte as a foundation powder. Test that out. But right now, I'm going to shake out what's left of my Huda Beauty powder. I have just a little bit left. And now I'm going to take this one and set the rest of my face. I like to start down here and kind of let that bake a little bit. And again, this is the shade Pound Cake. Little powder brush and swirl whatever's left in the cap, which is not very much. Kind of coat it into the brush and then lightly dust over right here. I did not get a new powder bronzer, so I'm going to use my Haley's Beauty. It's one of my favorites. It's in the shade Medium. And I'm going to use this to bring back some of the bronze right through here. And now I'm going to use the Too Faced Head in the Clouds blush. Something about through here I'm not really loving. Because sometimes things go wrong. We're going to try the Hourglass powder now to try to rectify this situation in the shade Translucent Medium. Let's see what this does. Nothing's going to rectify it. Okay, so I just wanted to take a moment and let you know that I did record me putting the Charlotte Tilbury lip liner and lipstick on, but I had turned on my vanity light and it caused a lot of glare. And I'm sure you noticed throughout the video there was a lot of glare issues. I'm having some trouble with lighting whenever it is not sunny outside. So that's what was going on in this video, but I wanted to let you know that both products worked well. The lipstick was a little bit darker of a shade than I thought it was. But other than that, I did enjoy the formula, but let's get back to the rest of the video. Let's talk a little bit about some of these products. Let's start with the loves. I love the Make Beauty eyeshadow, and with that Too Faced palette, it just, any palette would have been fine, but it's just a, you get close so you can see. It's just a beautiful one and done shadow. All of the shades I love. I have Glaze, Gleam, and Quartz. All of them are really good. This is more like a pinky tone, so I went with a pinky lip and more of a pinky blush. Urban Decay Face Bond. I'm curious to try this with a more hydrating primer. I don't think the combination of this primer and this foundation worked out very well, so we had to, make things work. Hourglass powder. I'm going to try this again as like my overall setting powder and see what I think of it, because I didn't get a good opportunity to try it today. I feel like it did help smooth some texture out that we were experiencing, but this will be a definite try again. Not bad product at all. I actually quite like it. Charlotte Tilbury lip products. The lip liner looks really good. The lipstick's a little darker than I thought it was going to be. The lip gloss hybrid from House Labs is very beautiful. It feels good on the skin. To be determined on this. I do feel like I was experiencing a little bit of patchiness through here, and I don't know what that's about. It could be this. It could be a combination of multiple things. We will see about that. I'll keep you updated on those, and we'll try a bunch of the new stuff that I didn't get to try today in a new video coming up soon. Of course, all the repurchases, I love them because I repurchased them. Another thing from Charlotte Tilbury that I'm kind of like on the fence about is the push-up lashes. As you can see, I've already recurled them and it's starting to fall again. So I'm not sure how I feel about this. This eye looks a little bit better. I'll keep you updated on that. The Sigma corrector and the Cali Ray corrector. Right off the bat, I like them both. This is the Sigma side and this is the Cali Ray side. Both look super smooth. We'll see how they wear. Not get to try the Ole Henriksen out yet, but I'll probably take this to work tonight and see how I like it. We'll try out all the other new stuff here soon, but I wanted to go ahead and try as many products as I could with you for the first time as I was opening everything. Yeah, so that's it for now.